GST Council. Joining us now is the Finance Minister of Bengal, Amit Mitra. Dr. Mitra, always a pleasure. Appreciate you joining us here on CNBC TV 18. Several rates have been rationalized, sir, including things like paints and varnishes, which was in the 28% bracket, and that's now been brought down to the 18% rate. And we're also given to understand that other items, including television, refrigerators, freezers, trailers, semi-trailers, video games, currently under discussion. Dr. Mitra, I know that you were a big proponent of mooting the idea that the 28% bracket should only hold tobacco and high luxury items. So you would support this move?
Yes, not only do I support it, in November 2017, I had proposed this formula that all items other than, as you correctly said, high luxury goods and sin goods would mean tobacco, etc., only they be kept at 28%. All other items should be brought down to 18%, which will be a very big relief for industry. And at the same time, our revenue will increase because you'll have much higher compliance because it's a reasonable tax. November 2017, I had proposed it. At that time, it was not acceptable. But I'm very happy that today, right now, as the discussion is going on, I'm hearing from my officers that this has been proposed by the Honorable Union Finance Minister, Mr. Goyal, and I fully support this because this will be a big relief to industry as I proposed in November. I may also add things like Rakhi, knitted caps, many of the items which have been lowered further to 5%, etc. Many of these are proposed by West Bengal, by me and my officers, taken up in the committee for fitment. Fitment is a committee that decides on rates. My officers have taken it up.
Yes.
I'm very happy that the Mr. Goyal, as chair of the GST Council today, has accepted that position which I had tried to suggest in November 2017. It will be a very big, major step, and I cannot but support it because, fortunately, we as the state of West Bengal had proposed this in November 2017.
Dr. Mitra, I just want to get some more clarity from you, sir. You were talking about the 28% bracket. What are your officers telling you, sir, about the other items that may have been moved down from the 28% bracket, where the cuts have now been approved by the GST Council? We're given to understand that, cement, while has not been taken up, there are other items in the 28% bracket that the GST Council has been deliberating upon.
Yes, I think there are several items. There are 49 items in the list, of which approximately 17 items are being suggested today. My concern is that we cannot...
17 items for 28%, sir?
Yes, 49 items in the list, and I believe 17 items are being proposed to be brought down. I think the Mr. Goyal, Honorable Mr. Goyal has said that there will be a meeting 2 weeks from now, which I discussed with him this morning.
Yes,
he had discussed with the Chief Minister of my state as well, which will be Saturday, not the coming Saturday, but the following Saturday. I am hoping that any rationalization you're suggesting cement has not been brought down. I am not certain right now whether it's part of the 17. But I am hoping that in the Saturday after next Saturday, when the GST Council meets again, we can have a comprehensive discussion. If certain items have been left out from being reduced to 18%, we can have a debate on that, look at its impact on the economy, and take a more considered view. So right now, I believe out of 49 items in the 28% list, I'm told 17 have been asked to be reduced, but please don't forget, I would like your viewers to understand that in November I had proposed that all items, excepting for sin goods and high luxury, in principle, be brought down to 18%, which will be a big relief to the businesses, and I believe that the revenues will go up in India from the GST.
Sir, I wanted to also seek your clarification. I wanted to also seek your clarification on another issue, and what we were given to understand, and we had the Delhi Deputy Chief Minister as well as the Maharashtra Finance Minister on record stating that the decision of the council was to allow businesses with a turnover of 5 crore rupees to file quarterly returns. I am given to understand that this matter may now have been moved back for discussion because there are some states that have opposed it. Is there any information that you can share with us on this?
Well, again, let me submit to you, if you look at the minutes of the GST Council, you will find that I had myself proposed the 5 crore figure for a quarterly submission so that some relief is given for day-to-day pinpricks of trying to file multiple invoices, uplinking it on GST without any GSTR2 to match them, etc. So I had myself proposed the 5 crore limit. But if today, in my absence, since I had to be in Kolkata because of absolutely unavoidable reasons, if they have postponed it, then we will take it up in the meeting 2 weeks from now, by which time we will also be able to apply our mind to see what are the pros and cons of that. I personally think that the 5 crore quarterly submission is a very good proposal. But if there are concerns of my other senior colleagues in the GST Council, I would like to learn about it during from now to the 2 weeks from now when we meet again.
Okay. Well, it is confirmed, sir. There is no confusion now. The relaxation for taxpayers up to 5 crores, that proposal has now been approved by the GST Council. So exactly what Manish Sisodia and Sudhir Mungantiwar had told us, that has now been cleared by the GST Council, so significant relief coming in for small taxpayers. But Dr. Mitra, on the IGST issue, I know you're not attending the meeting today due to other pressing engagements, but what are your officers telling you on the manner in which the IGST issue has been settled?
You see, the IGST issue, what concerns me is the collections of IGST, I am told, and this will need verification, has been put into the Consolidated Fund of India, which would be 2 lakh crores.
Yes.
We don't know this. We need a statement on that. And thereby the central government is showing much lower fiscal as well as revenue deficit, because once it goes into the Consolidated Fund of India, it can be shown as in effect lowering the fiscal and revenue deficit. Now, if that is the case, it is important that IGST returns in terms of input tax credits be given to the industry. Also, I would like to point out to you the exporters, in terms of their refund, still there is a backlog.
Right.
So these are 2 burning issues which will have to be addressed, and hopefully in the next meeting when we have little more time. As you know, 412 pages of agenda items were sent with a 48-hour time period for us to study it, and I've written a formal letter to the Honourable Minister saying, this is not done, and this is part of that process. So I'm hoping we will have little more time to apply our minds and see how we can get the IGST matter settled.
That explains why this meeting is taking as long as it is. 412 agenda pages as part of the agenda this evening that the GST Council is deliberating over. But Dr. Mitra, always a pleasure. Appreciate you joining us here on CNBC TV 18, the Finance Minister of Bengal.